Hey guys, what is going on? Jurgen from ZurGrinoSports here, and we are about to do our Backlash 2017 review. Backlash just finished about half an hour ago, 20 minutes ago actually. About 20 minutes or so ago it finished. I watched Talking Smack as well, and Kevin Owens was fucking brilliant on Talking Smack afterwards. He's great. But yeah, so we're gonna review Backlash. Usually I do these the day after, mainly because the pay-per-views end late, and when I was at school, I had roommates, right, and I didn't want to wake them up after the event and, doing my shit, so I would just wait until the next morning. But now that I'm not at school no more, I can do whatever the fuck I want. So, basically, we'll start off with the pre-show, which was just the one match, and then we'll go on to the rest of the card. So, the pre-show was Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English. The match was fine. It was serviceable. I wasn't paying that great of attention because I had some other things to do leading up to the actual pay-per-view start. But what I saw, it was pretty good. Aiden English's gimmick is nice. It was nice to hear him sing WWE again. I like his gimmick. Obviously, Ty is amazing. Ty got the win. He hit him with the tiebreaker. I think that's what his finisher is called. The new one, obviously, because he couldn't use the old one because it kind of looks like the Ushigoroshi or something. I think that's what AJ's move is called. But yeah, fine match from what I could pay attention to. So yeah, then on to the main show. They started off strong with Shinsuke Nakamura and Dolph Ziggler, Mr. Zigman. The match was really good. It kind of disappointed me a little bit, mainly because I built it up in my head like it would steal the show, and it wasn't bad by any means. It was a great match. It didn't steal the show, which was, in my head I had pegged this to steal the show or the U.S. title match to steal the show. I had pegged one of those two, and Shinsuke and Dolph didn't, but it was still a great match. Shinsuke made Dolph look like $1,000,000, and Dolph did the same to Shinsuke. They both sold really well for each other, but they both made each other look really good. It was a lot more even than I was expecting. I think me and a lot of other people were expecting it to be pretty one-sided in Shinsuke's favor. But it was fairly even, and when Dolph was in control, like, he looked in control. So I think it helped out both guys. Shinsuke obviously gets the win with the Kinshasa. I want Corey Graves on SmackDown so bad, man. But yeah, he got him with the Kinshasa to end the match. Great match. Both guys came out of it looking good. I don't know if they're going to continue the feud or if that's going to be the end of the feud and they're going to move on. But I do want to see Dolph get a push after this feud, whether it be, starting Tuesday, or whether it be if this goes till Money in the Bank or something after Money in the Bank. Maybe Dolph could win Money in the Bank this year. Who knows, man? I want Dolph to get a push, man, because he's so good and they've booked him like shit. And when they actually booked him to win shit, he got concussion and stuff, and he got injured, so he's been a bit unlucky there. But yeah, man, I think on SmackDown it's a perfect opportunity to put him into the main event scene again. So I really hope they give him a strong push after this feud with Shinsuke. So yeah, Shinsuke won. I think everybody saw that coming. Good match. Next up was the Tag Team Championship match versus Breezango, the Fashion Police, and the Usos. And I was really looking forward to this match. I think the Fashion Files shit they've been doing on SmackDown, Breezango, has been fantastic. It's been really good. Day one is H. You know what I mean? What does that even mean, But yeah, so they've been great on the Fashion Files stuff. And the past 2 weeks when the Usos came out and cut promos on Breezango, the promos have been really good, intense, and they've been really, really good, and they fit their characters. So I was actually really looking forward to this match. I was a little bit disappointed that they didn't make a video package for the match. Instead, they just replayed Tuesday's Fashion Files, which was still funny. Still funny nonetheless, but yeah. So basically, yeah, I was looking forward to it a lot. Funny thing is, fucking Breeze came out as the janitor from the Fashion Files thing. And he was fucking... It was such a hilarious match, man, because Breeze came out as the janitor and we got tagged in. He was just like mopping the ring, and then he would trip fucking whichever Uso was in the ring with him. I can't remember. And he would like trip them with the mop, and he mopped their face and shit like that. And then they got mad and broke the mop. And then you know, Fandango got in again after he started the match, and then tagged in janitor. And then you know, Breeze got hit outside, and then he came back into the ring wearing a fucking dress as an old lady, and he fucking whooped some ass as an old lady for a bit, and then they got serious with the match. The match itself was good. It was really funny too, which was nice. It kind of stood out in the show, which is pretty good to see. You know, it was the finish was interesting too. I think Breeze almost died maybe because Breeze tried to jump on both the Usos on the outside. He did a senton off the apron, and then they caught him and just threw him into the barricade. And it looked like when he hit the barricade, he freaking dropped straight on his head into the crowd. But they did try and catch him and then like ease him down, which is obviously what heels do, right? But no, it was good on them to do that because, you know, I think he was trying to keep himself up, but they tried to help him anyways, so he didn't break his neck on that bump. And then Fandango came with a tope and just took him out. Beautiful tope. And then he went back in the ring. He was going to do his leg drop. One of the Usos pulled his leg, and then he got a super kick to the face. He fell down. 1, 2, 3. End of the match. The finish was fine. The match was good. It was a hilarious match at the beginning. So yeah, good stuff. I hope the angle continues with these two because I like them a lot. I do like American Alpha, and I think they should be the next champions after the Usos. But I do think that Breezango deserve another, you know, month or so to be in the title picture and then potentially win them themselves. Who knows? You never know. It's SmackDown, man. Anything's happening on SmackDown. But then we go on to Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin. I mean, I was looking forward to this match, but at the same time, it wasn't that interesting to me, mainly because there wasn't really much at stake. It was just, you know. But nonetheless, Sami Zayn's incredible, and I don't care what people say. Baron Corbin is great. Okay? Like, a couple of years ago in NXT, yeah, sure, he wasn't the best, but he's still... The very first time I saw Baron Corbin on a takeover, I fell in love with him like right away. Not that way, but like as a wrestling character, he had the look. His finisher looks dope. His fucking signature, the Deep Six, is amazing. His moveset's great. He moves decently quick for a big guy. You know, he's pretty athletic. Like he's good, man. He had a lot of potential, and I saw it. I'm really happy that he's like growing. He's had a nice progressive growth. And Sami Zayn's a great guy for him to, you know, work with to better himself. But yeah, Sami's fantastic. Probably the best seller in the company on the roster. He just the way he does his jelly like shit and everything. He just sells everything so well. It looks like he's actually getting beaten down. Like, it looks so real when he sells, which is fantastic. Sami Zayn won with a haluva kick, kind of out of nowhere a little bit. Pretty good match. You know, it was the typical Baron Corbin was bigger than him, and he was kind of like, you know, it was underdog shit, pretty much. But yeah, good match. Pretty, you know, good placement on the card, I guess. It did what it was supposed to do. I'm presuming that they're going to continue the angle for a bit, and then Baron is probably going to win the next one because Vince loves that fitty booking, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, good match. And then next up we had the Welcoming Committee versus the team of Faces and Charlotte. This match I actually didn't really get to watch because the stream I was watching it on stopped working like halfway through this match or like a quarter of the way through this match, and I couldn't find another one until pretty much like 2 seconds, Like pretty much immediately after the finish, I found a new stream, and all I heard was, and Natalya made Becky tap out or some shit like that. And I was like, well, fuck me. That's me losing points in my fantasy league because I have Becky on my team. But anyways, that's besides the point. I'm sure it was okay. I don't really expect anything special from this. You've got some talented workers in there, no doubt. You've got Naomi, Charlotte, Becky, and Talia. Tamina's not the best. Carmella's not anything great, but she's not bad. She's definitely been improving since her time in NXT, but she's definitely not on the level of the previous four I mentioned. And Tamina's just kind of meh, to me at least. So I wasn't expecting anything special. I didn't really give a shit about the match, if I'm being quite honest with you. It doesn't make sense that Tamina's on a faction called the Welcoming Committee when she came to SmackDown with Charlotte. I was kind of expecting Becky to turn heel a little bit. I think they might still do that since everybody's turned on her in the past. And then you can have a nice Becky versus Naomi feud for the title or what have you. I would like to see Becky back in the title picture, not just because of my fantasy league, but because I think she deserves to be in there because she's fantastic. But yeah, I'm sure the match was okay. I'm sure Ellsworth got involved somehow. I don't even know. I don't really even care, man. Whoever won, I wouldn't have cared other than my fantasy league points. Like, I don't know. They didn't really build the feud that much. I hope it doesn't continue. I hope it's done, but it probably won't be done. So, you know, I wasn't really intrigued by the match. Next up, U.S. Championship match, Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. Now, this match was great. Probably match of the night. It's either Shinsuke or Dolph that Shinsuke's match or this match. Shinsuke versus Dolph or this match. Either one of the two, I think, for me, was match of the night. Granted, neither of them really stole the show. They weren't like it wasn't like Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate last night at TakeOver Chicago. You know, it wasn't that type of stealing the show. But those two were the best matches of the night, for me at least. It was a good match. It felt a little bit too short. It felt ended a little bit too quickly. Felt maybe you could have stuck in a few more minutes at the end there. But what I do really like about first, actually, before I go on with this, Kevin Owens was suplexed onto the apron, and not like onto the apron towards the ropes. His back, the middle of his back, hit the edge of the apron. It was probably, never mind, it wasn't the worst bump of the night, but it was the second worst bump of the night. I will get to the worst bump of the night later. But yeah, oh man, it looked like it fucking killed. I'm surprised he didn't break his back. It looked terrible. Yeah, just wanted to mention that. It was a great match, and I really liked the finish, because I think a lot of people were expecting either AJ to go up for the phenomenal forearm, his leg give out, him to fall, and then Kevin Owens throws him in, pop-up powerbomb, done, or maybe just even straight out catch him into the pop-up powerbomb, and boom. I think a lot of people were expecting that. I, for one, was expecting his leg to give out. But what they did was really nice. They had it so AJ got his foot stuck in the announce table on some wires. So they were outside, the ref was counting to 10, Kevin Owens gets back in the ring, AJ's injured leg is caught in the wiring of the table, of the hole in the table, the announce table, so he couldn't get out, so he lost. And then afterwards, when he got out of the wires, Kevin Owens hit him with a beautiful super kick to the back of the head, and AJ sold it so well. It looked like he just went stiff, like he got legitimately knocked out from it. He sold it super well. Yeah, I think it was a really clever finish. It was a really smart finish, because I don't think a lot of us saw it. I don't think anybody really expected that. I don't think anybody expected that. If you expected that, tell me what the lottery numbers are, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a nice finish. They can continue to feud a bit. Afterwards, I want to bring up Talking Smack real quick on Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is always great whenever he does anything on the mic. And he always rubs Renee the wrong way, and he's always the best. But when Rosenberg was on Talking Smack, he just didn't let him speak because he was the new guy and he didn't like him. And then he let him speak, and Rosenberg was like, so on the pre-show, I said that I thought AJ was the best superstar in the world right now, or in the WWE right now, or something. And then Kevin Owens just got up, left, and then Renee started to complain about him. He came back, put the U.S. title in the face of fucking Rosenberg, left again, and then when Rosenberg started speaking, he threw the title in front of Rosenberg and then just kind of stared at him, picked it up and left, and then Renee started complaining again, and then he came back and like wrote shit. He wrote Kevin Owens is the best in the WWE or something and made Rosenberg read it, and then he left and he came back again and he closed off the show. He was just, if you get a chance, watch Talking Smack because Kevin Owens was brilliant on it. Anyways, on to the next match, Luke Harper versus Eric Rowan. To be honest with you, I don't think anybody really cared about this match, which is unfortunate. It was pretty much a filler match just to kill some time before the main event. It was decent. It was a decent match. Luke Harper has no right to move as quickly as he does for his size, man. It's unreal. Like, Luke Harper is insane. Luke Harper did end up winning with his discus lariat thing. It wasn't really like a lariat. Somebody botched their positioning, and he kind of hit him with like a forearm instead of the actual lariat. And he kind of just like forearmed him in the chest type deal. It was botched a little bit, but it wasn't a big deal. Eric Rowan, I want them to do something with Eric Rowan because they've pretty much neglected him. He's been the neglected Wyatt family member. But at the same time, I think that Luke Harper should be fighting for, the main title, if not, the mid-card title, if not the main event title, because he definitely has the capabilities of being in that main event scene. We saw it into the build-up to Mania. At least for me, I saw it. But yeah, Luke Harper won. It was a serviceable match. It was just filler, which is sad because they both deserve better. But, yeah, Luke Harper won. Nothing really much more to say about that. And then we get to the main event. My boy, Jinder Mahal, the Maharaja. You can't hinder Jinder Boy because he's the new WWE champion. You're damn right he is. I'm so happy, man. When he won the number one contendership, I was like, what the fuck is this? But ever since he won, as soon as he cut his first promo right after winning, I was like, shit, man. He's got what it takes, man. Like, he's good on the mic. He's good in the ring. Like, obviously people are probably going to think he's shit in the ring because he's been losing for years. But he can go in the ring. He can wrestle. And, he looks pretty good. Like, his physique is fucking insane. He's got veins all up and down his body. He's great. His promos are great. I'm so happy that he won. For a bunch of reasons. Mainly because he's been doing great. Mainly because I want a lot of people to be mad. And mainly because Randy Orton's fucking boring as shit. And I don't want him anywhere near the main event ever again for the rest of his career. At least not on SmackDown. Just have him help out the mid-card guys. Or some shit like that. But yeah, the match itself was good. Randy jumped Jinder before the match, beat his ass a bit, and then the match started, and then, shit happened. Pretty good match. The worst bump of the night, man. The Bollywood boys, the Singh brothers now, got involved. And when he was beating them up on the outside, he, a couple times in the pre-match attack and against Jinder, he put him up for a backdrop, Jinder, and then threw him onto the announce table. And he did that with Harv Sira, so I think it's Samir Singh, or Sunil and Samir, right? Those are the two names. I think it's Samir. I don't know. Harv Sira, whoever he equates to in the Singh brothers situation. He picks him up, and he does that. The motherfucker flips weight, over-rotates, and he lands straight on his head on the goddamn announce table, man. Like, not like figuratively, like, straight up. If you take a still frame, it's literally him, just like the top of his head hits the shit. And then, like, it was the worst bump of the night. And Randy knows he damn near killed him, because when he throws him, he walks away and he looks over, and he's like, oh, whoops. Like, he's like, fuck, I just killed the dude. Yeah, worst bump of the night, for sure. But yeah, Jinder won. Basically, after beating the Singh brothers for a while outside in the ring, brings them in, does the double DDT. Jinder sneaks up from behind, does the Kalas, 1, 2, 3. And the Maharaja is the WWE champion, man. I'm hyped. I'm so hyped, man. This is Jinder Mahal's world, and we are lucky to be living in it. All hail Jinder Mahal, man. I love it. I fucking love it. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, man. I'm so excited that Jinder is going to be champion. Oh, man. When you think about the people who haven't won, it's kind of like, okay, but still, man, Jinder, peak, you know what I mean? Or Peng, what is it? I don't even know what it is. My God, I'm just so happy that he I'm really, really happy that he won the title. Hopefully, I don't know, the only thing with Jinder's reign is he might be a transitional champion, or maybe he'll actually hold it for a couple months. Who knows? Obviously, Rusev is asking for a title match and Money in the Bank, so they have to factor that in. And then afterwards, they're probably going to start putting the title on guys like AJ and Shinsuke and Kevin Owens if he drops the title to AJ. Shit like that. Hopefully Luke Harper. Hopefully Dolph Ziggler, you know. Hopefully Sammy. Maybe even Baron. Maybe it's a bit too early for Baron Corbin. But yeah, man, I hope, you know what I mean? Like, fucking hell, man. The Maharaja is the WWE champion. Damn right, man. Oh, peak, man. Top class main event. Overall, I'd give the show probably like a 7.5 out of 10. There was nothing really bad during the show. It's just there was nothing spectacular. And given that there was a lot of great stuff on TakeOver last night, I think that kind of hinders this show, because Pete Dunne versus Tyler Bate last night was fucking unbelievable. Probably match of the year so far, in my opinion, at least under the WWE umbrella. Fantastic. The ladder match was amazing. By the way, RIP DIY. Fucking God damn it. I was so sad to see them broken up, but at the same time, I love a good heel turn. So, bravo, Tommaso Ciampa. But yeah, anyways, that's NXT. So yeah, probably 7.5 out of 10. Probably closer to a 7, maybe. 7.5, you know. Whatever. It was a good pay-per-view. It wasn't anything exceptional. At least to me. For some people might rate it higher. Some people might even rate it lower. But yeah. I definitely enjoyed it for the most part. Let me know if you did down below. Let me know if you're as hyped as I am that the Maharaja Jinder Mahal is the WWE champion, man. Oh, or let me know if you think it's bullshit that he's champion, which, by the way, if you do, you're wrong, because this is the best fucking thing that's happened to the WWE all goddamn year. Alright, Jinder Mahal, man, I love it. I love it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts of the pay-per-view, your ratings, all that shit down below. Let me know if you thought some different people should have won. I think pretty much everybody who should have won tonight, except for maybe the women's tag match, but other than that, literally everybody that should have won. So they got all the booking decisions right for the most part, at least in my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you thought of the show. Let me know if you're excited for Money in the Bank or Extreme Rules or whatever the fuck. And let me know if you are hyped about Jinder Mahal. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.